All right, guys, so the concept here is pretty simple, really, right? If we have this wall up our left ankle, we want to be able to break through that wall with our lead side while adding in some side bend of our trail side. And those are the key pieces, right? The issue I see a lot of players have when they're doing that is when they work the lead side forward, the head and the upper body go too far forward with it. As you feel like the knee, the hip, the shoulder goes forward, I want you to feel like your right shoulder is crunching in and getting closer to your right hip. What that's gonna do from the down the line angle is help shallow out the shaft and the arms, right? If we draw that line up the shaft at setup, we need that club to work right back down that plane line in the impact. So the club path can work from inside. Got a shallow angle of attack that helps us hit high, whatever sort of ball flight we want, draw shots, straight shots. Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about the hanger training aid. I absolutely love this. I firmly believe that this is good for every single golfer. This hanger here creates and controls what I think is the most important part of the swing, which is the wrist angle. It snaps right on. It takes me probably 30 seconds to put on. I can put it right in my golf bag, and best of all is you can hit balls with it. You can actually hit balls with it. So I love this hanger training aids. Look at when I do that well, how that sits on my forearm. Now watch when I cut my wrist, how that comes off. Immediate feedback for where my wrist angle's at. No one that can have too flat of a left wrist. One of the few things that all good ball strikers have, we're trying to have. Flat left wrist, right? Super easy to use, incredible immediate feedback with the coupon code GogornoGolf.com. You're gonna absolutely love it. We'll put all the details down in the description down below. All right, guys, in today's video, we're gonna talk about why amateur golfers can't create compression and the two pieces that you need to have in your downswing to help you hit the ball more solid. This video is based on a video I saw from Craig Hansen. He's at World Class Golf, great golf coach. I saw him talking about this concept that I really love of breaking the wall during the downswing. There's a key little add-on piece that I want to talk about. Let me show you quickly in a video what I mean. Then we'll come back. I'll show you how you can feel it and drills you can use to take this out into the golf course.
Okay, so two key pieces here. Number one, we want to create compression. What the pros do so well that the amateurs don't, like Craig talked about, is they break through the wall. So on the right-hand side, Adam Scott, we're going to see the forward motion, the left knee, hip, and shoulder breaking through the wall, moving forward enough. That moves the low point more forward, gives them the shaft lean, the solid contact. But now while that's happening, what we want to see from the down the line angle is that the right shoulder is getting closer to the right hip. So this angle, we want to see the right side bend to be able to shallow out the arms and club. So as the lead side's working forward, the piece that keeps the head back is the right shoulder getting closer to the right hip. So you see where the right shoulder and hip started. See how the right shoulder's gotten closer to the right hip during the downswing, which lowered the head motion, right? And keeps the arms, hands, club swinging on plane. That helps shallow the arms and hands in the impact. So we have to be really good at both of those. The forward motion, break through the wall, right on the right-hand side. If we look at his setup position and we look at the, let's say the shoulder, the hip, the knee, and the shaft lean, right? So where the shaft is, we're going to see all of these working progressively towards the target, breaking the wall like Craig talked about, which I really like that visual at impact. So here's, see the left knee has moved quite a bit forward, the hip has moved forward, the shoulder has moved forward. It's got quite a bit more shaft lean. But the head hasn't moved as far forward, and that's from on this left side, that right side bend piece. We have to combine those two to get the compression we want, but also swing from inside, hit the ball high, far. Let's talk about exactly how you can put these in your swing.
All right, guys, so the concept here is pretty simple, really, right? If we have this wall up our left ankle, we want to be able to break through that wall with our lead side while adding in some side bend of our trail side. And those are the key pieces, right? So if we could draw a wall up my left ankle here at setup, and we see that my left knee, hip, and shoulder are relatively close to that. As I work through my downswing, I need to be able to break through that. And breaking through that, for me really just is an overall sensation of forward motion. So whether you feel that with the lead knee, right? So imagine, let's draw that line up there again. That knee can be breaking through it. You can feel that as the pressure works into that lead foot. You can feel that hip breaking the wall, or you can feel the lead shoulder breaking the wall, or really you can feel the whole thing, right? The knee, hip, and shoulder working forward. But now, as I work that forward towards the target, the issue I see a lot of players have when they're doing that is when they work the lead side forward, the head and the upper body go too far forward with it. Now, we saw in that video from the top, there should be a slight amount of motion with the head forward, but as the lower body continues to go forward through the wall and turn, that head stays back. And that happens as a byproduct of the right shoulder getting closer to the right hip, which is the side bend motion. So my lead side breaks the wall, and then my trail side bends, right, works down and forward. The lead side breaking the wall, or this forward motion, gets that compression like Craig talked about. Right, at setup, you can see Adam Scott, the shaft's more back. At impact, the shaft's more forward. We see the right leg and the right hip working too. I like all those. But when you're hitting, for a lot of people, I don't want you to feel like you're breaking the wall forever. Right, that is gonna help with your compression pieces, but we've got swing direction, angle of attack to worry about, keeping the head back. So as you feel like the knee, the hip, the shoulder goes forward, I want you to feel like your right shoulder is crunching in and getting closer to your right hip. What that's gonna do from the down the line angle is help shallow out the shaft and the arms, right? If we draw that line up the shaft at setup, we need that club to work right back down that plane line in the impact. So the club path can work from inside. Got a shallow angle of attack that helps us hit high, whatever sort of ball flight we want, draw shots, straight shots. So we have to move forward with the lead side, but we have to keep the head back with the trail side. So left knee, left hip, left shoulder forward early as I'm crunching that right side. Left knee, hip, and shoulder forward, crunch that right side. And if you imagine this golf ball line, I'm feeling like my lead side's working forward of the wall, up over my ankle, but my head's staying back over the ball line, right? Those are sort of the walls that I'm imagining. So let's go ahead and break the wall. Left knee, left hip, left shoulder forward, but keep that head back. And that's a good solid strike there. And that's what I would expect you to get from this, which is that compression, right? Hitting the ball solid, but still working that club from inside. Watch from down the line, or let's do both camera angles. If I work down and I keep going forward forever, my head and shoulder go too far forward, you see how that shaft goes too far over the top. So as I'm pressing forward and shifting weight, I need that side bend, that crunching, again, to shallow the arms, hands, club. So from a drill perspective, I really just like the feels. I want you to imagine you have that wall up that left ankle and you're busting through that in early transition. But in order to keep the head over the golf ball, you just feel that little oblique crunch, that little right side crunching. Left side through the wall, right side crunch. And there's another one that's very solid for me. So this one I want to keep kind of short and sweet and simple. Breaking through the wall is a great idea. Amateur golfers don't break through the wall. They don't get forward enough. They don't get enough shaft lean, right? You might be along with this. You stay too far back, you throw the angles too soon, you don't compress it. To get the shaft lean, we have to move forward. But as you're doing that, that right side crunching as you're turning through is gonna keep that club path, the club plane, the arm plane good. So combine those two moves. That's how you compress the ball. If you're struggling with this or any other thing golf swing related, you want to come see me for in-person lessons down in Florida, would love to have you. We'll put that in the second link. If you don't want to fly down to Florida, we'd love to work with you online at cogornogolf.com/free trial. You get to try your first lesson for free. Would love to help you with this or any other piece you're working on your golf swing. Thank you guys for watching.